Well, because it's been raining, the weather's bad, and you've got to stock up in this type of weather. Oh, look what's about to happen. Maybe someone's putting something in mine now. Yep, oof. I wonder who it is. Anyway, I just put out a little bit of nothing, only bread, a little bit more seed. This is their third feed today. This will be their fourth little bit of nothing, I think. Or the third or fourth today. A couple of standard feeds, a little extra, now another little extra. I'm pretty sure I'm right. And I've just come out here and I've gone. Now it seems to work at the start. Remember how I talked about things work at the start and then things work out what you do and then they try to see what they can do, right? To get more for nothing or do more for others and stuff like that. See what's free, test the waters, right? And I've noticed the last 2 days, so the babies are all hanging around. A whole lot of them. They're not doing that disappear thing that I've talked about. Huh? I'm like, well, I'll just chuck down that food. I just told them, now if you're all going to keep hanging around, I know it's cold, I know it's winter. I know we're at the place we're at, all of us are in a boat because of certain species. And nature's the way it is, and you don't learn with nature, and it's pretty damn slow, nature. It's the best forgiving thing out there. But if you don't work with it, and you have all these things that the Bible talks about, the sins and all those type of things, you're going to constantly get a repeat, which is why we try to upgrade about certain areas so we don't have to keep repeating. Definitely things we don't like. But some creatures do like to do certain things. Definitely they're on top. Why does a king like to be a king? And is a king because it's got the castle, or is the king because it's got all its minions? Right? Why do people want to be kings? It's because it's got the treasure? Well, because it's got all the minions and the treasure and the castle. And we all teach our kids these days to be a little princess to look for that king. That's no good, right? It's a bit of a sin story, really. But enough of that part. So I chucked out these little bit, like I said to them, and the ones that can stock up, they're going to have to work it out themselves. It's a little bit like what God says in the Bible to us all here, in a way, until it becomes a collective thing. So I guess when you see in the Bible, it becomes a collective thing, it's God. That I've had enough. You're boring. New time. That time's done. Right? Or it's us repeating and he's waiting to see what's going on. And if too many of the experiments, how scientists go, we are the image of God, so I'm explaining something. How scientists go, oh, that's just too much. Fuck it up on the experiment. The experiments eat and everything that I've talked about before. And then he might step down then and have to get rid of that experiment, right? It might have had too many one chances, things like that, or it's time for another one and another way for it. You know what I mean? As experiments go in that field, as we're in the image of God, it helps us explain. And this time, as we talk about these experiments, is our science. And so I thought I'd chuck that in. And so I've just told the little minions out here that they're going to have to work it out between themselves. They will learn. So what I'm doing is I'm doing another test. Here comes Buddy. Buddy's just going to have to get the scrambles. He's here to hang out. He does that a lot. And they're going to have to work out between themselves what they're going to do. And if they've got greedy ones, like all species and other problems, well, that's what species are. And we can help or we can just leave it. It depends on the ability of what we want to do or what things around us allows us to do as we do live in collectives. And collectives usually come with a lot of issues, good or bad, when it comes to free will and interacting with other species. But anyway, we'll see how they go. I gave them a little bit more of a nothing today. I've showed them something. If they're going to do a pattern, they will see another pattern occur, which is me. I'm not going to keep putting out the same amount. They will learn that. And go, oh, I see what's going on here. We just had Buddy turn up. They're the oldest of the birds, right? Usually, if they're older and you can live longer, you can end up communicating with the species usually better and collect information better, which is a pretty cool thing in evolution. And so when it comes to the birds that just turned up now, they're more likely to be smarter and be involved in more things as they can live longer, right? And can work out things a bit more better as they work with the collective too. And as they live longer, they can spread the information a bit more easier. than having short deaths all the time. Because when deaths happen, plus other things in life, you might slow yourselves down a lot. A little bit like human repeats. Like how they're actually having things around them, creating things around them, love things around them that can actually destroy them, and have made plenty of them to go way beyond what they need, because of a lesson they need to go through, right? Of wasting time, repeating, slow steps are important, why you're going slow, why you're going quick. Things are in certain patterns, aren't they? And if you get the right pattern, you get the right sympathy, things will go sweet the best. It's like a smooth engine. Engines can run all sorts of ways, can't they? Rough engine runs, but it doesn't last long, does it? Right? But it does run. Okay, well, it's running. In fact, it can even purr like a kitty cat and give you a little deceiving moments, doesn't it? But anyway, have a good one out there. And I'm going to get back into probably giving this one last coat with what I've got left in the tin. See you later.